A sea of flowers and candles left after last month's deadly vehicle attack in Vancouver is now being carefully moved. 11 people were killed at the Lapu-Lapu festival. City crews are now moving the tributes to 2 locations, one near the site of the attack, the other to a nearby cemetery. They say the goal is to preserve the memorial. Libby Rowe lost her friend Jen Darbalay in the attack. Tell me a little bit about her.
Yeah, absolutely. Jen was just the most incredible person. I wish everyone could have known her. She was kind, she was generous, she was a mother, a wife, a daughter, a cousin, a friend. And in all of these roles in life, she gave 100% and never asked for anything. She was the first one to put her hand up for anything and just jump in and say, how can I help?
I should say, you, like so many other people, have been so careful and sensitive. You've talked to her husband about even speaking publicly about Jen, and he said that's okay. He didn't want a picture shared, which you said absolutely is okay. How's he doing?
You know, the family's hurt, broken. It's really, really raw. It's 4 weeks. It's, you know, they're moving through the steps. They're moving through the grief. We just had the celebration of life on Friday. It's very fresh. Her mother, her father, she left behind a 7-year-old daughter, a 15-year-old son. She's left behind a lot of wounded people.
Yeah, and this was supposed to be, and it was a community celebration, not just the Filipino community, but the community of Vancouver, a celebration. And then this, as the police chief said, this senseless attack happens. I feel like that may make this even more difficult to deal with.
You know, I think it does. We're dealing with the loss of our friend, right? I mean, that's very personal to me. But we're really dealing with the loss of something in our community as well. And I think it all happened in such a shocking way. And we're struggling with trying to rationalize, you know, our consciousness and our unconsciousness of how can this have happened, right? It was described as the darkest night in Vancouver's history. And I think in many ways, for so many people, it still resonates in that way.
Of course, yeah. I was in Toronto when this happened, and I wished I had been here. I wished as a journalist I could have helped with the coverage of it, but I didn't see this memorial until actually a week ago or so. It is so moving. It is so significant. What does it mean to you?
You know, the night we held a vigil at the school. I was a co-chair at the Mackenzie Parents Association with Jen, who put her hand up and said, yeah, I'll help you out with this. And so right after the event, we held this. I put a little post-it on Facebook, and I think 400 people showed up. Everyone just wanted to celebrate. They all sort of reached out and said, what can we do? And so the group together collected flowers, and at the end of the night, we walked over to this site where it happened and brought everything there. And it developed this, it became the space to go. And over the week, we started building it out. Jen was an incredible artist, just a beautiful painter. And from my time working with her, I learned that she solved problems with art and creativity and with collecting community. And what this space became was a space to represent her spirit and just that, and a way to give back to the community, a place to grieve and to heal. So for example, we set up a little craft station, and all the kids could come and create hearts and decorate them and paint rocks. And it was amazing just to see how much the children connected with it and how much the adults connected with it.
If the city is able to move this with care and sensitivity and save parts of it, but also put this somewhere else, will that honor the memory of your friend and others?
You know, it's a challenging question, and I appreciate it. I don't think we need to have flag tape on the fence forever. I acknowledge that. But I think it's too soon. Even last night, I had a lady who's got a son at John Oliver, and she said, every time I miss Jen, every time I can't sleep, I come to that space and put my hand on the heart and think of Jen. It is just too soon. And I think my ask of the city would be, can we flip the script on the street, right? Can we take what's become a place of gloom, right? People are scared to go to this street. They're scared of the nightmares that they still experience. There were a lot of people at that festival that were affected. And I know Jen would want there to be beauty in that street. Jen was about forgiveness. And even though we all feel so upset, she would still take it from within her and forgive everything of that night. But I think we need to create beauty on that street. And I would love to see paintings on the fence permanently and a permanent garden so that every spring when this festival comes back, we have blooms, right? We have spring blooms.
I'm sorry for the loss of your friend, but she had a really good friend. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ian.